Good afternoon and welcome to the 80th anniversary of the National Newspaper Publicists Association and the 193rd year of the Black Press of America. This is the convention week for the Black Press of America, and you are watching Fire live with the one and only Anthony Hamilton, proclaimed as a national treasure by the Los Angeles Times. The Grammy Award winning singer, songwriter, producer, and actor has achieved global sales of over 50 million albums. The North Carolina Music Hall of Fame inductee notably performed for President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle, cementing his place in the history books as the narrator of love. His raw, awe-inspiring performances garnered the attention of NPR, where he starred in their noteworthy documentary series. He also appeared in one of my favorite movies, alongside Denzel Washington in American Gangster, and he's lent his voice to freedom from the Academy Award nominated Django Unchained, and I'll never know how to pronounce that. But more than anything else, welcome Anthony Hamilton.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. Good to see you. And listen, what about that hat? You got an extra one?
Yeah, I got a few. I got about 200-300 of them. You can take your pick, man. There's a few of them laying around here.
Oh man, it's good to see you. This is a special time for us, but I understand a lot's going on with you, and that's what we really want to talk about. Tell your fans the latest. Everybody's always anxious to hear what Anthony Hamilton is up to next.
Well, working on a new album. Just put out a new single, Back Together, featuring Rick James with the animated video. So working on finishing the new album hopefully for October, and about to do a photo shoot this weekend so I can get the right cover for you guys. And yeah, just trying to stay healthy and stay sane in this.
Yeah, how about that? We are in a pandemic still. Sometimes people seem to forget that, right? But it has kind of shut things down, music-wise. And so when we hear that Anthony Hamilton have some new music, man, what a welcome thing to hear.
Yeah, man, it's been 3 years, so it's time. And I've been working. It's been some good stuff on that too.
Well, I want to talk about the whole collaboration with the late, great Rick James. How did that come about?
Ninth Wonder, man, being a genius and taking Fire and Desire and chopping it up in a certain way. And so when we were in the studio and I heard Rick James' voice land right at the end of my verse, I was like, you know what? I'm going to write it like this. Me and Eddie Kane, and we turned it into a feature instead of just having a sample. And
wow.
Yeah, man, it was created right here in North Carolina, so we felt really good about it.
Look, he's shouting out his hometown, his home state.
Yeah, North Carolina, man, Charlotte, North Carolina to the bone.
So tell me now, you've done some great work, obviously in the studio, but you've done some great work on film too. What's the difference for you when you're doing music as opposed to acting?
You know what? Acting, you have to tap into a different side of yourself. It's not like, when you're singing, you have so many other people with you to support you to bring that out. When you're acting, you have people there, but it's pretty much you have to go deep in and pull out a new character. Playing someone else is always different than playing yourself through music. So, but it's fun though. It's fun.
So what's the mindset when you go in that studio? You've won Grammys, you've sold so many records. What's the mindset going in? You go in there saying, this is going to be Grammy worthy, I'm going to sell 1 million of these? What's the mindset?
Put out great music, put out something that make people feel like they did when they heard Charlene, Point of It All, The Best of Me. Make it matter. Make the music matter. And don't just give people songs. Give them a whole complete album that they could really put on and don't have to worry about taking it off.
Yeah. And what do you have to feel, creativity wise? What do you have to feel when you go in there and cut an album or a song?
First of all, the music has to be something that inspires you. And also the room itself has to be a place where you feel comfortable. And there are rooms where you go in and it feels so sterile. It's like being in a hospital room. You don't have a vibe. So I like to feel home, like at home, and a creative energy inside the room, a sense of, peace in the room for me. It helps me to just be able to do what I do.
And where do you find, Anthony? Where do you find your inspirations? We've talked to so many different people about that, and we get so many different answers. But where does yours come from?
I think just life, watching people. I'm a people watcher, whether they be at the grocery store, Target, or wherever. I'm watching people and, family, church, from school, and just relationships and interacting with people traveling the world. You get inspired by that. And those are all songs. Those are songs to be had. So I use it all.
Well, yeah, everybody's life is a soundtrack, right?
Yeah.
We are live with the great Anthony Hamilton. This is the NMPA and Black Press of America's national convention. We are doing it virtually. Anthony, we talked about movies and you being your acting. Is directing in your future?
Of course, yeah. Actually, the animated video was a treatment that I wrote and helped, create that vision with an animation, and it came out pretty good. So I felt really, really happy about that. But yeah, definitely, I see the vision.
Yeah,
from start to finish. Yeah,
it's interesting when you mention animation, because that's been the way to go of late. I mean, the last, say, decade, right?
Yeah, animations are really, really, they've taken off in a whole new way. We used to watch cartoons and, and all back in the day. But now it's everywhere. It's not just for kids, it's for adults now. And they put a lot of money into animated, series and movies. So yeah, me and my kids, we could share a movie now, and no one feels out of place.
Now, we were talking yesterday with Eric Benet, and he mentioned how he makes songs for his kids. Do you do the same?
Of course, yeah. You have to. When you make music, I want them to be able to listen to it and, not feel like, Daddy, what did you say? I want them to feel like, wow, I like this too, Daddy. And a lot of times they let me know which songs are special. I'll play it for them. They'll be like, I like that one. They're like,
so what's the biggest request from your kids? Which one they like best?
Wow. What song they like best?
They like them all, right?
There's some of my new songs that they really, really like a lot as well. They like the Charlene's and coming from all the songs that are on the radio and stuff. But they have their favorites, their album cuts as well. Okay. Broken Man. They like,
and that's always a good one.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, they pick and choose. They all like what they like, and just like something. Daddy would be proud of that.
Well, lots of performers come from a family full of talent. Are yours coming up? Are they gonna be like Anthony Hamilton?
Yeah, my oldest son, Anthony Jr. He's 31. He's producing music with my next to the oldest, Romero. So they just finished a 6-song EP that they're in the mastering stages of. And so Anthony did the music and Romero wrote the lyrics and stuff. And I'm looking forward to seeing the finished product.
Well, wait, you got to back up though, because you just said something that just stunned me right now. I didn't know that. You got a 31-year-old?
Yeah. My oldest is 31, and the next to the oldest is 29.
What?
Yeah.
I give up.
31, 29, 23. My twins will be 10 in November, and my youngest just turned 8. So I have 6 sons, 6 black men.
Well,
and my younger ones like music as well. My twins, they love music. One is a hip hop head to the bone, and the other twin he sings so beautifully. And my youngest one, he likes drums and guitar, but he want a box. He want to put them paws on somebody.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, he liked the box. He liked UFC, so we watch UFC together.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Wow, interesting. So your fans are watching this and certainly have an idea about who
Hello,
Anthony
fans.
Hamilton is.
Love
Yeah,
y'all.
absolutely. Absolutely. They're showing their love. What is the one thing about you that probably surprises your friends?
Surprises my friends.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I've had the same friends so long. I don't think they're too surprised anymore. I think a lot of them, when they see me perform live, how much of an out-of-body experience it is for them to watch me in that capacity, and the fact that I'm really, really a great performer, and I'm really so dedicated to being in that moment and making it beautiful. I think they just taken back like, wow, I never knew. I knew you liked to sing, but this is watching you live was incredible.
Yeah.
That the fact that I'm a loner, I like, I don't mind being alone. I love people. I love the crowd. I love friends and party, but I don't mind being alone. And they know that, when I shut it down, I'm just leave me be. You got to reboot. You know what I mean? You got to reboot, and things are always thrown at you, whether it be social media, my job, and people. So sometimes you have to shut down and regroup.
You said being a loner. So being in the quarantine for a little while didn't bother you too much?
I've enjoyed a lot of the downtime, being home and cooking my own and laying in my own bed and, getting my money's worth. I'm paying for it. I might as well be able to stay in it, But it's been good. I've been able to, my boys were with me, my younger three, with me for about 3.5 months, 4 months. And so we bonded in a whole nother way. It's just been beautiful.
Yeah. You get to find out things about your children, right? That maybe you didn't even know.
Yeah, because they can't lie to me, and it's not like they're with me a week or two and then go back to mom's. It's like, no, you're right here. I can see it. I see it unfold, and you don't have time to camouflage it and change it up. So I saw you, bruh.
We are talking with the great Anthony Hamilton live here during the NMPA and Black Press of America's annual conference. It's virtual. We are so glad to have you guys along, and we are certainly privileged to have Anthony Hamilton. Anthony, for so many performers, the stage performance is vastly different from their in-studio work. Which performing environment is closer to the real Anthony Hamilton? You know what?
I think I've done a few lives here from my great, my living area, and those are so intimate and beautiful. Even though I'm home, I still feel connected to it. And then when you see me out on the big stage, there's a sense of real, true Anthony Hamilton in that as well. I just think I'm pretty much the same. Yeah. But I do like the intimate settings of being home and broadcasting. But you do miss the interaction with the people and the fans, and
Yeah. Now we talked a little earlier. Your new single with Rick James. You have you work with Denzel Washington, who is arguably, probably, I'd say, that the best actor there is right now. Anyway,
he's great.
Yeah. So, is there another entertainer, singer that you would say that you'd want to work with because they are so great?
I love D'Angelo. I think what he does and what he brings to the table is super incredible. One of the greats. I like the creativity of Kendrick Lamar and his lyrical content. I love Kanye West's production and the fact that he doesn't really care what people think.
Hey, he's running for president.
Yeah, I'll vote for it. I'll vote for him and give me a Yeezy suit. Anything's better than what we have right now, the hate that guy spew. But I like that of Kanye, and I think Gladys Knight is incredible. She's still here. Stevie Wonder.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
so many greats out there. Mary J. Blige has done so
So,
much.
have you worked with any of those you mentioned?
Well, Stevie and I, we've we've kind of played around at Prince's. I've been at Prince's house, and I've been knowing Stevie for a while. I do his radio station, um, and just D'Angelo. I sang background with him for 2 years. I toured
Yeah.
with him. Um, Gladys Knight, we've shared the stage together, and she may be on my new album. So we're trying to
Oh,
work that
okay.
out. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That voice is incredible. It's like a
Isn't
quilt.
it? Isn't it? Yeah.
Living on that midnight train to Georgia. Living on that midnight train. Hey, hey, hey. She can get it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She could.
Anthony Hamilton's version is not too bad either.
Hey, you can't embarrass yourself. If you're gonna do that, you might as well be quiet. So if I'm gonna put it out there, I'm gonna put it out there right. At least try
Yeah.
my best.
Not too many people can emulate Gladys, right?
No, tear it up every time. I just been practicing a long time. So
Hey, tell me something, Anthony Hamilton. These verses, they've been going on for a couple of months now.
yeah.
Started with that Babyface and Teddy Riley. I'm not making fun of Teddy.
I know. I mean, but it tickled me for a minute.
But
Teddy had a whole marching band, didn't he? Huh?
What do you think of the whole verses series?
I like it. I think it's a great way to just show camaraderie and to show that that the appreciation we have for each other. Yet and still, it's a friendly competition. But it's not for competition's sake, per se. I think it's more to let people know, like, wow, I respect yours, you respect mine. I got something for you. You got some. So it's a playful way of just showcasing your true talent and the songs that have made all of it possible. And it's still a little side of, yeah, I got more hits than you. Babyface got a million hits.
Yeah.
Teddy got a lot too, but Babyface is, God, his catalog was deep.
He did a lot of writing, and that's important though, right? Anthony, owning your own stuff too. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, ownership is everything. I mean, that's power. You have, it's almost like real estate. Your music is your real estate. It's your asset, and it's very valuable, and it's very important to own it. Like I did a deal with BMG. I have my own label now, My Music Box, which I own my masters, and I've done a lot of sacrificing and giving a lot away to get to this point, but I'm here now, and I'm excited about it. And it's a thing where you have this body of work, and a company like a Sony or somebody has the rights to it to go and make deals on your behalf, but you don't really get the full benefit of the full deal. They bring you a little piece of the pie that they gave you a piece of so it gets chopped up.
Yeah.
But when you own it yourself, boy, it's the whole pie. They may get a little slice. I'll give you a little taste. But it's good to to own the whole house.
Yeah, I'd like to mention that our wonderful, fabulous chairperson of the Black Press, the as she would say, the original Black Press, Karen Carter Richards from Houston, is watching right now.
Hey, Karen.
Yeah, and she's done a phenomenal job for us, and we certainly appreciate her, Anthony.
Yeah.
Well, before I ask you this question, just to finish off that whole versus thing, what would be a good versus Anthony Hamilton versus who?
Maybe me and Music Soul Child.
Music Soul Child, yeah.
Yeah. Music has a super duper catalog, and he's a good guy. So we'd have fun. I think me and him would have fun. Maxwell would be fun, but I definitely think music is a good one.
And anybody who watches this program knows how big a Prince fan I am. So you mentioned Prince. You got to tell me a little bit more about your visits with Prince and how that. I mean, what happened? Why you guys didn't record together?
You know what? We actually did. I recorded a song called North Carolina with Shelby Johnson, who sang background with him for his last 8 years of his life. Really close. He loved her to death. And so I went to Paisley Park. And he wanted actually the song Breakfast Can Wait.
Yes.
He wanted me to, you know, he wrote that and wanted me to do it. And I was signed to a label. He was like, put it out anyway. I was like, I can't do it. They'll sue me. But he ended up recording it. But yeah, but in terms of you know, I've been to his house numerous times. We jammed, and after the award shows, everybody go there. He'd have Stevie Wonder on keys, Questlove on drums, Rochelle Farrell. Everybody's there. Wynton Marsalis. And so we'd sit there and we'd jam, and CeeLo, Maxwell, all of us would be there. And he was just a great host and a real
and he
cool
loved
cat.
he loved to play, right?
Oh, he loved to play, man. He loved his people, man. And you know, he was a God-fearing man, and yeah, just a genius. Yeah.
Yeah. And you mentioned that you have 6 sons. Given the world and the people in it, what do you as a father do to ensure that they are strong and safe?
I instill in them that, you know, ego has a place. You know, keep your pride, keep your head up, but get home safely. We can work the rest out. Don't tuck your tail for no one, but you know, you can't, don't battle ignorance. Try to outsmart it. You know, think ahead, be smart, be calm, stay calm, and, you know, be careful where you go and what time you go. For my older boys, I'll let them know that, like, you know, because, you know, you could be a moving target at any time.
Yeah.
My younger 3, I instill in them that we are black, beautiful, strong, smart, creative. We've created a lot, and no one is better than us. You know, we're just as good with, you know, as any other race. We're mighty, and don't ever let no one tell you anything. White, black, whatever. Like, you are amazing. You're kings, and you're gonna walk like it. And you know, just know that.
Have you found having to really repeat that message based on what's been going on over the past couple of months?
I think they get it. They see Daddy. Daddy's proud. Daddy's real. I'm real black to the bone. You know what I mean? My bones are probably black. So, you know, so Daddy walks, you know, I walk with a certain confidence. I walk, you know, knowing that, you know, God created me beautifully and wonderfully in his own image. And I'm connected to that at all times. And nothing is going to stop that, you know?
Yeah.
And the fact that, you know, I'm good to people. And I think that my spirit, the spirit behind who I am and what I present to people is pure and it's good, and it's in the right place. So they can see that from example. Well,
you certainly been good to us at the Black Press, and we certainly appreciate you. We promised your team that we wouldn't keep you more than a half hour. We always keep our word. As much as we'd like to kidnap you and keep you on here, our chair, Karen Carter Richards, is saying, no, don't go.
Please don't go.
There you go.
Away from me. It's been good. I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's relaxing. It's peaceful, and you're a great host. And you know,
we got a great guest.
Thank you. And you guys have been doing some wonderful things, man, and keeping the Black voice out there. It's very important.
Well, you know, Anthony Hamilton, our founders, 193 years ago.
That's awesome.
Before slavery ended, they founded the newspaper called Freedom's Journal in New York. And they said, we wish to plead our own cause. For too long, others have spoken for us. And you think about, like you said, black to the bone. Think about how black they had to be before slavery ended to do that.
Triple blue black, you know? Yeah. That's power. That's mighty, man. And that was a whole different era, you know? And I can only imagine now that we're free and we're going through what we're going through. The fact that the freedom, they didn't have freedom really. So it had to be a whole different dynamic to battle.
Yeah, and so, you know, as they say, we stand on the shoulders of giants, and And it makes the Black press really responsible for journalism like what we're trying to do here with you. We're not trying to dig into Anthony Hamilton's personal life. We're not trying to do scandal. We're not trying to do gossip. We just talking music, and great music with one of the best.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. You know,
we gonna send you our address for that hat, you know.
Look, I got boy, I had a red one, boy. I was gonna put that like a maroon. I was gonna put it on y'all. I said I'm gonna go light on them today. Go a little light on them. But I love my hats. I actually have a hat line that I'll be working on. It's called House of Fedora.
House of Fedora.
Yeah.
I imagine there'll be a website and everything we can refer to.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely will be. Yeah.
Well, we gonna keep up with that. We're gonna keep up on that. Anthony Hamilton, you are fantastic. At 5 o'clock today, we have Denise Williams, and then at 6 o'clock, we got Carlos Santana and his wife, Cindy Blackman Santana. So awesome. you can stick around and watch. Maybe you join us too with that too. But I want to ask you one last thing, Anthony Hamilton. Will you sing us out? Will you sing us into our ending?
It's simple, I love it, having you near me, having you here. Our conversations outrageous. You smiled and I say, this getting personal. Let's stay for a while and play. Girl, let's make this a moment. Giving you the best of me. Amazing. Having you close to me. Amazing. Girl.
Anthony Hamilton, everybody, thanks so much.
Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
We'll see you again. This is Black Press Live. This is Fire, and it's the NMPA's annual conference virtually. Thanks again, Anthony Hamilton.
Thank you,
Take
man.
care.
God bless y'all. Thank you so much. Peace.